What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Abandoned Barbers podcast. I'm your host, DeVaughn Evans, and thank you guys tonight for tuning in to another episode. Tonight's episode is episode 58. Man, I say this every day because it's really not that easy, I'll be honest with you guys. Making it to 58 episodes of creating content every single day is really just not that easy. And I'm just going to be honest with you, it's really, really not that easy. But I do it for you guys. I do it because I care. I do it because I really think that you guys really need the information that I'm providing. It's just me. It may not be right. You may feel like I'm not the guy for you, but there's somebody who is listening to what I'm saying, and they're going to take heed to what I say, and they're going to make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars based on my advice. That's just all it is. They're going to make a lot of money based on my advice. And that's all I really ever want. All I've ever really wanted is to see people succeed, see people achieve and grow and do things at a high level, high intensity level. Listen, I believe in high intensity. I believe going all out. I believe being disciplined to what it is that you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to do something, then I need you to do it. I also believe that there is no reason to come out into a world and compete and not compete. And if you understand some people just come out here and they're just like, I'm here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do okay. I'm going to do average. I'm not going to do anything above that, but I'm just going to do this average thing. And I just don't believe in that. I do not believe in just being average. I believe at excelling at anything that you choose to do. Why would you wake up and decide, you know what, I'm going to be the okay guy today? I'm going to be the okay girl today. I'm going to do just enough to squeeze by. And I'm going to be honest with you. In a job, sometimes that's acceptable. In this industry, it's not. It's just not. You should be giving your best effort for every client that you have. I understand that not every client is the client that you want, but they're the person who chose to sit in your chair at the moment, and you should give them the best that you have. It's just my feeling, just my opinion. You don't have to like it, anything. You don't have to care for it at all. I'm just telling you that that's me. That's how I work. I'm going to give you the best that I can give you every single time you sit in my chair. And guess what? My best has gotten better over the years. Over the years, my best has gotten better. Please believe me and understand that it has. My best has gotten better. Okay? And that's just it. But tonight I want to talk to you real quick. I'm not going to be before you long. I know it's Friday evening. I know my listeners usually, are prepping for their weekend, prepping for their Saturdays, so on and so forth. But tonight, I just want to talk to you guys about your vices. I want to talk to you guys about your vices. I want to talk to you guys about the things that are costing you. Those bad habits that you have that you think nobody cares about, you think nobody sees, you think nobody is aware of, those bad habits are going to cost you clients. They're going to cost you friendships. They could potentially cost you jobs. I'm just telling you, they could potentially cost you jobs. And you may not agree with me. You may not believe what I'm telling you, but I'm telling you that these vices, these things that you got going on, they can cost you. And you know, I was listening to probably going to say his name wrong, but I was listening to Alex Hermosi, and he was on the Tom Bulewell. I don't know. I probably butchered that, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tom. I apologize. I really hope to be on one of your podcasts one day, so I apologize for that. I'll get it right. I promise you I will. But anyways, I was listening to Alex Hormozy, and Alex Hormozy was saying that he doesn't like to box himself in. And I was paraphrasing because I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. He doesn't like to box himself in with so many rules or anything like that. He just likes to get results. And that's okay. I can agree. Listen, I did 7 years in the Marine Corps. If it's one thing that Marines do, Marines drink. I've smoked cigarettes. You know, I've done all of that. Now, this is what I'll say. I drank and went to work. And not I'm talking about the night before, not day of, whatever. Don't tell the Marine Corps on me. But I've drank and went to work. I have taken 10,000 breaks in my day because I wanted to go smoke. I've done these things, but the standard was the standard. Whether I was hungover, whether I was sober, I went to work and I worked the same way. I was also young. I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Got out when I was 25. I had to think about that for a minute. It's been a while. But I really I did a lot in the I did a lot, and a lot of it, there were times when in garrison that I went to work and I was hungover, right? Oh, extremely hungover. Now, did I go to work and drink? Nah. Have I? Now, I will say this. Like, I did, like, this is what I'm saying. I've done these things before, okay? I've done these things before, and what I understand about it is that there was a level that I allowed my vices to go to. There was a level, right? And when I got to that level, I was like, all right, this is enough, because I can't function. I can't do those things. But my vices didn't cost me my job. My vices didn't put my job at. I was in garrison. Now, was I out when we went to go train, when we were deployed and everything like that? Was I drinking? Absolutely not. It was game. Listen, at that point, it was game time. In the field, game time. And even still, even when I was hungover, when I went to work, it was game time. I knew to cut it off there was a rule in the Marine Corps that you could drink, but you needed to stop drinking 8 hours before you were supposed to go to work. 8 hours before you were supposed to go to work. You needed to stop drinking. And so guess what I did? I said, shoot, I'm young. I don't know any better. Somebody said this for my well-being. Somebody said this because it was important. I'm going to just follow that rule. 8 hours before I go to work, I'm not drinking. I'm going to tell you, when I broke that rule, I said, 8 hours, man, I'm not gonna get that much sleep. I can do 6. Or I can do 4. When I broke that rule, those were the hardest days for me at work. I'm just telling you. And I'm saying to you guys listen, I understand that alcoholism and drinking and things like that, I get that they are addicted. But what I'm saying is you've jumped out here in this world and decided, you know what? I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to take care of me and my family. I'm telling you with certainty that you're putting yourself at risk. I mean, you got to think about it, guys. We're putting clippers, razors to people's skin, all of those. We're doing all of these sorts of things, working with very dangerous tools. If you know anything about your history in the United States of America, there was barbers, and barbers fell into the category or fell into the window of doctors, right? They did things like bloodletting. They were dentists. They performed they performed surgeries. They did all of these sorts of things. And I may be wrong in this, but and let me look this up so I can tell you guys the right thing. Give me 1 second. And while we're doing that, I'm just saying, guys, like, listen. Listen, guys, like what you're doing, it does affect what you've got going on. Your vices affect. Your vices really do affect, right? And listen, put some class back in what you do, right? And I was right, all right? Guys, the father of, and just say this, just so you understand, and understand how important it is, the things that we do. And I'm not telling you this so you can, I'm telling you this of like, this is an important piece. The father of modern surgery. The father of modern surgery was a barber. And look, I'm in a different setup today, guys. I'm sitting down. I got the mic. I got the camera going. Everything like that. I'm sitting down. So look, you need to understand something. I'm gonna say it like I heard on the Breakfast Club. Hey, we're barbers, man. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on what you do. Stop saying, oh, man, ain't nobody going to say nothing to me, so, you know, I can get toe up. Yeah, all right. You in work with alcohol pouring out your pores, alcohol on your breath. Like, we get close to people. We get so close to people. And you just think that that's okay? Also, you think that ain't nobody going to care. All right, man. Listen, if that's what you're willing to do, if that's what you think, if you think that that's acceptable, okay. But don't be upset when you start losing clientele. I said, don't be upset when you start losing clientele. I wish I had some help in here. Oh Lord. I'm just saying. Don't be upset. Don't be upset if you lose your job because whoever you working for says, nah, man, this ain't gonna be it. Nah, man, chill out. Oh, man, I ain't doing nothing. No, dog, you got a problem. and you bringing your problem to work. You are bringing your problem to work. And guess what? Your image is affecting the image of the entire business. Your decisions are affecting the image of the entire business. And it's selfish to bring down someone else who has built up an empire and allowed you to come in because you won't hold you responsible. You won't hold you accountable. Man, the drinks, the weed, the whatever you got going on, it can wait. If you can't stop, it can at least wait till you get off work. Please, let it get off work. Get off work. You want to have a few drinks, like, okay, but don't let it affect what you're doing. Don't let it affect the relationships of what's going on in the shop. Because just because somebody hasn't said something to you yet does not mean that they're not going to say something to you soon. If you're dealing with a real business owner, if you're dealing with someone who really cares about this industry, they are going to pull your freaking card. They're going to pull your card. Oh, man. Hey, listen, dog. And don't be upset. Please. Don't you dare be upset. Oh, dog, I'm going to do what I want to do. Because, you know, as long as I show up to work, ain't nobody going to tell me nothing. No, they are. They are. I'm telling you that they are. Right? I'm telling you that they are. I'm telling you that they will, guys. And you just got, like, you have to be okay with that. But your vice is going to cost you your job. Your vices could ruin someone else's business. I said this before, and I don't think people really understand, believe, or get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I get it. You want to do your own thing. You independent now, blah, 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 blah. Boys showing me how, some guys showing me how to make money, and they teaching me different stuff, and I get all that. But it's disrespectful. What part of customer service is that? What part of what part of that what part of that is it? I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense. I get it, you coming to work, but you a high functioning addict. That's all that it is. If you don't know, and this is for people who don't know, if you don't understand, like, here's an example. Anybody know who Marion Barry is? Marion Barry was the mayor of D.C. Marion Barry also smoked crack. He had a crack addiction. All right, he did. He was high functioning. But what could he have been had he not chosen that poison? He accomplished great things. He did. He accomplished great things, but he put a barrier because he wasn't ready to let this thing go. He said, "Nope, I'm not letting this go. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting this go." I'm good, I'm effective, I'm all of these things, but I am not letting this go. And that cost him. Now, he was very high functioning. And I'm not being disrespectful to him. So if anybody, like, from his camp or anybody who listens to this or hears this, anybody wants this, I'm not being disrespectful to him. I'm saying he was a high-functioning person, but he was also an addict. But he did not reach his full potential because he didn't want to let go of his vice. And you're holding on to vices that are costing you. It is, you're holding on to vices that are costing you. And you can say whatever it is that you want to say. I'm just telling you, you're holding on to vices that are costing you. I don't know, guys. I mean, I really don't. I really don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you think. You can agree or you can disagree with me. I don't know anything about any of that stuff, but I am telling you that these things have cost people their careers. And if you play with fire long enough, you're going to get burnt. That's just what it is. You play with fire long enough, you're going to get burnt. So you can believe me. You can take it for what you want to take it as. You can say what you want to say. Oh, he's crazy. Why is he saying this? What I do outside. It does affect you. It affects your body, your mind, your emotions. It affects your skills. It affects your customer service. It affects all of those things. You can say whatever it is that you want to say. But I'm telling you, and not just in the barbershop, I've seen war fighters, good ones, taken down by their vices. So addicted they couldn't function without it. That's what you really want? Top tier war fighters taken out because they didn't want to let go of their addictions. I done seen barbers in and out of jail because they don't want to let go of their addictions. They got their own shop one minute, next minute they working for somebody else. They got their own shop, next minute they working for somebody else. And every time they working for somebody else, it's because they just got out of jail. How many times you want to do it, dog? Like, how many times you want to keep playing that game? You want to build up clientele, lose clientele, build up clientele, lose clientele. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine with me. I have no say in what you do. I'm telling you that these things are affecting you and how you work. That's what I'm telling you. You may not see it. But to a sober person, to a person from the outside looking in, it's affecting what's going on. Above all else, if it ain't affecting anything else, it's affecting the business. Above all else, it is affecting the business as a whole. People see this. People ain't blind, dumb, or stupid. And in a place where you are supposed to be there to serve the community and work with the community and do all those sorts of things, you really think people is going for that? You really think people is going to, man, I'm not letting you put no clippers on me, you drunk. I'm not letting you put no clippers, no razor, all of that type of stuff, man. Come on. Get it together. Here's an even better one. Grow up. Any of you guys that follow the Pissed Off Barber, and he talks about all of that type of stuff of like, you know what I'm saying, barbers doing stuff in the bathroom, you know, all of that kind of, they doing all that kind of, like, I get it. I've seen it. And guess what? They the ones that struggle the most. And they don't want to let go of their vices so bad that they risk their livelihood, taking care of their families and everything else. Oh, okay. So if you want to go back to working a crap job, or like you don't even, here's the other, like you don't even know who you're dealing with in the shop. You don't even know who you're dealing with. Man, in our shop, we have lawyers, cops. We have all types of people who come through, professionals and everything like that. There is such thing as public intoxication. It is. I'm just letting you know, and just in case you didn't know, just in case you didn't understand that, there is such thing as public intoxication. But it is what it is. And I have beat this situation to death. I'm just telling you guys, your vices, and my one vice that I picked today was alcohol, but your vices, whatever it may be, I mean, shoot, it could be smoking cigarettes. Like, they stink. And if you outside every chance you get smoking cigarettes come back in, it's all in your clothes, it's all in your hands and all of that type of thing. Man, like, some clients may deal with that, but a kid gonna be like, ew, man, you stink. Just let it go, man. Just let it go. Grow up. You know, that's what you want to do in your off time, that's fine, but don't be coming to work like that. Do not come to work like that. At least don't come to work for me. You might go be able to work for somebody else, but don't come to work like that for me. Don't come to work with me like that, because I'm going to pull your card. Not acceptable. And if you're listening to this and you come into the academy, understand something. Don't come in my school smelling like weed. Don't come in my school smelling like I am going to send you home. I don't care if you got a jam-packed day. If it's your last, I am sending you home. Because that is a liability. You are a liability to yourself, and you're a liability to me and the institution that I put together. You don't like it, so what? Find somewhere else. That's all I got for you. You don't like it, find somewhere else. But in the meantime, in between time, if you in here, I have expectations. I don't care if you independent, if you're an independent barber in a shop or not. And if you're a barber and you're dealing with stuff like that, you need to put rules in place and hold them. If you're a barbershop owner and you're dealing with stuff like that, you need to put rules in place and make it very clear. No. Absolutely not. Zero tolerance. They don't like it, then go find somewhere else. They can go find a building and go do whatever it is they want to do. But you ain't gonna be in here. Not with me. It is what it is. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in tonight. Tonight was not a very planned episode. It was just kind of a rant. And you take it for what it is. I don't apologize for anything that I said, because I meant what I said. I meant everything that I said. The number one rule, the number one purpose of the state board is to ensure that people are safe, to ensure people that are safe. And they just talking about using the tools correctly and properly. When you add in things like that, it's an issue too. Be safe out here, guys. be smart, work smart, do all of those things. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like tonight's podcast, please like, comment, share, subscribe.